video, the final week of the regular season, and like expected, it was a barn burner. Huge games, unfortunate consequences. We'll get all into that. But right now, welcome. I'm your host, The Media, and here we go. Before we go any further, however, we need to start with the disclaimer. This is a comedy. Okay? The opinions expressed herein are probably not my own, nor the individual even making the comment at the time. If you are my employer, a future employer, a previous employer, a neighbor, a friend, a coworker, someone I know, nobody I know, and you're offended by this, stop watching. Okay? If you're easily offended, if you need safe places, if you consider yourself to be a snowflake or someone that the world gives a shit about, this video is not for you. We're here to talk trash, sometimes say intelligent things, and talk about fantasy football. So again, if you find yourself offended by this, it's a comedy. Get over it. All right, results from week 14. Social Justice Warrior put up 140.20 points, the league's high for the week, beating out the roster baiters who put up 90 points. Big win for them, huge implications. Missing My Young Ho beat out Dynasty Reimagined 111-95. You remember, Dynasty Reimagined was one of the teams fighting for number 5 and 6 position to get into the winner's bracket. That loss means a lot. He has to hope a lot of things, and we'll get into that again. Nut and Butt Sacks beat out your worst nightmare. I'm actually a little embarrassed to read this right now. Nut and Butt Sacks put up 81 points, got the win. Your worst nightmare put up a league low for the week and league record low ever, 38.28 points. That wasn't misspoken. 38.28 points. That's embarrassing. That's not going to show your face embarrassing. You have to try hard to score that badly, honestly. And he did it. Man, I mean, that's actually impressive. Gender Unicorn got beat out by Suckaditka, 88-113 points. Jags came prepared and beat Avoid the Noid 135-109 points, upsetting Avoid the Noid's playoff hopes. And in the game of the week, the Media lost to the Booty Lickers 96-138 points. Again, those were two teams playing for 5 and 6 spots. So we'll get right into the standings next. All right, so the standings after 14 weeks, regular season's over. Reminder, top 6 teams go to the winner's bracket, bottom 6 teams go to the loser's bracket. We have a reverse draft order for the winner's bracket. If that makes sense, I covered it in my last video. You can watch it there. And the loser's bracket, the winner of that gets the number 1 draft pick. So, standings going into the playoffs. Social Justice Warrior in first place. Missing My Young Ho in second. Those two teams get a bye, so they will not play in week 15. Suckaditka, Avoid the Noid, the Booty Lickers, and Dynasty Reimagined round out the top half. Dynasty Reimagined has the same record as the Media at 7-7. However, they have more points for than the Media by 1.02 points. Coming up short, it's the story of my life. The Media and Jags are in 7th and 8th place. They get a bye going into week 15. Gender Unicorn, Nut and Butt Sacks, roster baiters, and your worst nightmare round out the bottom half. Now, the bye in the loser's bracket is incredibly important because it is physically impossible for the Media or Jags to take home the loser's trophy. That is a huge weight off my shoulders, and those two teams will be vying for a top finish in the loser's bracket to get that number 1 draft pick. So, 1.02 points separated teams 6 and 7. That's ridiculously tiny. Yeah. All right, so playoff week 1, week 15 matchups are as follows. Booty Licker going up against Avoid the Noid. That's going to be a big game to watch. I expect huge scores from those two teams. Suckaditka goes up against Dynasty Reimagined. Those two teams hate each other. So another good one to watch. In the loser's bracket, you got Nut and Butt Sacks versus the roster baiters and your worst nightmare up against Gender Unicorn. The losers of those games will play for the loser's trophy. So you really want to win that one. All right, a couple public service announcements before I get into the comment from the commissioner this week. First off, believe it or not, I am in another fantasy football league. First time I've ever done that. I was incredibly disappointed with the quality of that league, the way it's run. So I want to take a moment to unbiasedly and honestly thank our commissioner for running an incredibly well done league that keeps people interested year long, that the playoffs matter even if you're in the losers bracket. And I want to thank all the members of the league for making this what it is. Honestly, I hate the NFL. I don't think it's a good organization. I think it's dumb, the amount of money that gets spent. I don't like the political BS that goes on with it. But I do this because of the other team owners. I'm involved with the league because of the other team owners. And so I want to take a moment, especially as we get into the holidays, to say thank you to our commissioner. It really hurts me to say that. So thank you to him and thank you to all the other team owners. Secondly, Social Justice Warrior did something today that I'm not going to go into detail about. But he did something that was very heroic. I'm not being sarcastic or funny here. He performed a heroic act today. So I want to take this minute to publicly tell him thank you and damn good job for making us all proud. I have one more comment to make. The wife of the team owner, Jax Jags. We wish you the best in your recovery. Everyone in the league absolutely loves you to death. You have been a bright spot for all of our lives while we've known you. And hopefully this little bit of fun brings you some joy this week and you can continue to heal and get better. And we're all praying for you. All right, now back to our regular scheduled programming where I'm a sarcastic asshole. All right, comment from the commissioner this week, word for word. Contrary to popular propaganda would have you believe, your worst nightmare has made trades with 7 team owners in his history with the Unethical Football League, i.e. the Ridge Wreckers. 75% of all his trades were to other teams, so we can safely dispel the fake news that has been continuously falsely promulgated. He's referring to the fact that your worst nightmare is nothing but a farm team for Dynasty Reimagined. Now that we've put that to bed, I can congratulate you, the media, on earning the privilege of buying me a 6-pack for finishing ahead as we bet on. That is true. I lost a bet with the commissioner, and now I owe him a 6-pack of beer. He wants a 6-pack of, she names a couple beers I'm not going to read. Thank you in advance and best of luck in the losers bracket. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. But I would like to point out that even though 75% of his trades have been to other team owners, those trades were not nearly as nefarious or slanted as the trades he's made with you. So good try. You're still working a farm team system. All right. So quick wrap up this week. I've had a pretty shitty week. So I haven't had a lot of energy the last couple of nights to do this. So quick wrap up. But we are heading into the playoffs. Congratulations to everyone who made it into the winners bracket. To those of us in the losers bracket, may the better of the worst teams win. I think it was a super tight year this year. Like I said, points for Jags is in 3rd place. So just shit luck. And you'll hear me say it now and you'll hear me say it again. Fantasy football is 90% luck anyway. So remember, it's all that matters. Christmas is next week. I don't give a shit. It's fantasy football, baby. So talk trash, beat your neighbors, war damn eagle.